This is the third video I have of Don Lemon giving Kanye a really hard time. And it's a good thing Kanye exists for Don Lemon's career. Because if there was no Kanye, I don't even know if there'd be a Don Lemon. He would have nothing to do. So let's continue, please.
Kanye. What do you say about Kanye?
Can we pause it? That's crazy smug. That's creepy. Did you see his Kanye? What can you say about Kanye? God, that's smug. All right, let's keep going.
A lot. Today he says he wants to end the rift between Colin Kaepernick and President Trump by setting up a meeting. Yesterday, while wearing a red Trump hat, he tweets he wants to abolish the 13th Amendment. You know, the one that ended slavery? That was after changing his name early Saturday to, I don't know if it's Ye or Ye, and it's Y-E, I don't know what it is. And later that same night, giving several bizarre performances on Saturday Night Live. One where he ranted about Trump and slavery and the media and plantations, to name a few. Chris Rock was in the audience. He recorded it and posted it on social media. A lot of people did.
There's so many times I talk to like a white person about this and they say, how could you like Trump? He's racist. Well, if I was concerned about racism, I would have moved out of America a long time ago. You see, they laughing at me. You heard them, they scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. I think the universe has balance. 90% of news are liberal. I feel kind of free. I thought this country said I could be me.
Okay, so it was very uncomfortable.
Can we pause
The
it
host was
for a minute? Don doesn't stop being condescending. But I believe that. I think that Kanye probably was bullied backstage. And it said that he talks about the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery and everything, and he said we should get rid of that amendment. You know, because I think they mentioned that part of it had to do with the fact that no free man can, nobody is going to be a slave anymore, but prisoners, people in prison can still be forced to work. I think that's bold. I think that no one in the United States would ever allow slavery to happen again. No one would be okay with it. So I think it should be abolished. I think Kanye is actually right. We should get rid of that. And we're not going to have slavery happen. No one would tolerate it. I wouldn't tolerate it. You wouldn't. So I think that's actually a bold, good idea personally. But let's listen to a little bit more of the condescension from Don.
Please. Adam Driver. He left the stage. You could see the cast members some of them were like, just had their heads down. They don't let you leave the show until it's over, and that's 1 a.m. Eastern. This went on after the show, and people wanted to get up, including us, because we didn't want to listen to that bullshit, and they wouldn't let us out. So Van Jones, Nina Turner, Alice Stewart, and Steve Cortez are all here. Thank you so much for joining us. Van, I was in the audience at SNL. The worst of it happened after the credits rolled. The cast was uncomfortable, as well as the audience. Van, was this a publicity stunt?
You know, it's hard to know. I don't necessarily think so. I think that, and I just talked to Kim Kardashian earlier today, I think that he is trying to take a stand in his own mind for independence of thought. I think that he fundamentally feels that there's too much of a restriction on...
Did Kim say that to you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So you asked the question, do I think it's a publicity stunt? I think he, in his own mind, is authentically trying to make a point that I think he's making very, very badly. And I think he's making it in a way that makes it impossible for people to actually take what he's saying seriously. But I don't think that I don't think he's cooking up something in a laboratory to keep himself in the news. I think he actually believes that there is a suppression of thought, and he wants to be able to take whatever independent stand he wants to take, and that's what he's trying to do.
Pause it. We don't have to watch this full video or anything. They're just going to elaborate on how stupid he is or something. I mean, we've all heard it before. He's saying, oh, he's trying to make a point and he's doing it badly. I don't think he's doing it badly personally. That's just my personal opinion. But they're just going to be condescending. They're going to say he's stupid. They're going to say he's crazy. He keeps hearing shut up. That means there is an agenda. That means they are trying to keep him quiet. Well, and as I said, Don Lemon over and over and over, Kanye's so dumb, Kanye's so crazy. He can't stop. It's his favorite thing. Or I don't know, maybe he looks like he's getting tired of it. Does anyone feel sorry for Don Lemon? That poor, poor man. He couldn't get out of his seat to leave, so Kanye, as soon as he was free, he ran to his safe space. He ran to his echo chamber where everyone agrees with Don so that he could get off his chest. This guy's not saying what I say. He's dumb and crazy. Don Lemon was there. All this tension built up inside of him because Don Lemon knew that he told you that you needed to run up on stage and take Kanye's microphone and shut the cameras down. But Don Lemon sat in his little comfy chair and just tossed and turned, and he did not have the courage to run up on stage. Do you remember earlier? He said, we need to take those cameras and microphones away from Kanye. He couldn't do it. He was afraid. So now he goes on his show and he talks about how crazy, Kanye's crazy and stupid because I wasn't brave enough to take his microphone from him, which I told you to do. Don Lemon. Don Lemon. He's in pain and he's angry right now. He's angry and he has been demasculated. He's no longer a masculine man because you didn't listen to Don and take those microphones and cameras, and Don couldn't back that up. Don didn't go up on stage. So it's partially your fault because you made him show that he was, I don't know, just not man enough to do it. So Don's, he's upset, so he's got to lash out. So, because he didn't have the guts to go up on stage. Because I remember earlier he said, take the cameras, take the microphones. Don was sitting there, tossing and turning. Oh, why isn't anyone doing this? Why isn't anyone taking them? He didn't go up and take them. He's been demasculated. He is no longer a man. And that's one of the reasons why he's jealous of Kanye. Kanye's getting out there. He's saying what he's got to say. He's not listening to Don. You got to listen to Don. If you don't listen to Don, well, I don't know. It's called free thought, basically. Don Lemon is mad and jealous of Kanye because Kanye is a man of action. Kanye's going out there and he's expressing his independent thoughts that are different from Don Lemon's. Don Lemon is not a man of action. He's staying in his safe space echo chamber, regurgitating the same things about how Kanye's crazy because he's exercising his free speech and independent thought. That's a big problem for Don for some reason. Why is it a big problem for Don?